Okay. All right, I will say that, early on, while there were a lot of people internally that were sold on that, there were some people like, no pistols. And so it's something we had to try internally just to see what the reception would be. I think I've said this before, we have a lot of Socom fans internally. We've been making the game for a lot of us over a decade, right? So there was definitely kind of a usability session, or we wanted to do a trial run internally to see what people here were thinking. And honestly, no one even missed them one bit. Everyone was enjoying the fact that they could bring the two primaries, and it was considered, a feature addition rather than actually losing something. I think that definitely internally the reception has been very positive.
How many different weapons in every class, and can you do things like on submachine guns when you upgrade with your points? Can you get like a rapid fire type thing to make it shoot quicker?
So it depends on the kind of role. We do have MPGs that when they're going to the higher speed of fire, at a certain level of ability and higher fire, that could be certain weapons. The first part? Yeah.
How many different weapons in each class? Is there like 5 submachine guns, 5 assault rifles?
It's different in each class. Total of 39 weapons. 6 assault rifles per side, 3 SMG per side, 3 sniper rifles per side.
Did we do away with RPGs and stuff like that, or is that in?
Yeah, so the range itself are weapon bands. Like in
Are there other things that are scattered in the map like that?
There are weapons that are kind of slightly overpowered, like the 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Basically, the kind of guns that, like, why wouldn't you take it? Particularly now that we, did away with the encumbrance system, that really, having them be, faithful pickups that really become the key choke points in the map within suppression, where, you don't have necessarily a key objective that everyone's going for. In many ways, these weapons could be key locations that you'll fight over.
Can you leave it up round when you pick it up?
If
you pick it up one round and you hold it when the round ends, do you have it the next round for pickup?
It doesn't carry over.
It doesn't carry over.
But that's not classic, right?
Those will not.
That was just for today.
Yeah.
Okay, there were today.
Would you guys want it?
We do
No.
Yeah, they will not. One, maybe we could do that, but
Our-
the shipping, they will not. I think just in response to pressure.
Will the resupplies be in classic?
Travis, what's the question for you? I have a question for you guys. What did you think of the movement speed across?
By show of hands.
Yeah, by show of hands, who likes the current movement speed?
Well, there's different parts to like this game.
Fly faster.
I want to see faster in classic mode.
Tiny bit. A tiny bit, like if what?
Not double. 20%. 25% maybe.
Turn around. I like that you can break run.
I'm just curious, you mentioned that we have been up all the way in speed. And, our current plan has been to have the speed you play today be the default for normal online games, whereas classic we were planning to bump it up, but I just want to make sure that everyone agrees that that's...
Yeah, I'm with the 1.8. Bump it up 1.8. Bump it up.
Are you guys going to have some settings to change other speed elements? I mean, I noticed I can change the right joystick. Oh, I'm saying, what?
We couldn't hear the first part of the question.
Oh, I was saying regarding the just overall character movement speed, I'm able to control the right joystick on the pitch up and down and left and right. But a lot of Socom players don't even use like right and left on the right joystick. They use the character speed itself to aim left or right, and just use the right joystick for up and down. Is there a way to tweak the acceleration, which used to, affect the left joystick, as opposed to just tweaks right now that just affect the right joystick?
Anyway,
I think that what you're looking for, and I've heard a number of people say, is you want faster strings.
yeah.
Faster straight.
What was the thought process going into not being able to pick up other gear you didn't currently have in your loadout? So I have M67s and a flashbang, and I come across some of PM mines, but I can't pick them up.
I think also to simplify the in-game actions, right? You're talking about, just say in the situation where you're playing a normal non-classic game, you got cover, you got victory dances, you got weapon pickups, like, just trying to simplify it and not overcomplicate things. I think it does, like Ryan said, make the choice in the beginning more meaningful. It just streamline the process so you're not sitting there having to fumble over, all right, which thing does that mean? Oh wait, no, back over with the D-pad.
What about taunts? You guys thinking about putting some taunts back into the game? That was my favorite thing also. Being able to talk crap to someone by taunting was awesome. I mean, that can't be that hard to do.
We don't currently have taunts. We were hoping you guys would come up with your own same over the headset.
Come on. Taunt is better.
You have proxy chat, so you can do your verbal taunt.
Yeah, but something about taunting someone.
Okay, so there's all those guys who play that stuff. Like,
Single player?
no,
I mean, character customization. Now, we decided to go with the traditional having multiple skins to choose from, because I think you can end up with more iconic characters that way. And that's kind of the someone mentioned, liking the raincoat guy. I think that's a good example of the kind of iconic characters you can get if you're just choosing a main skin as opposed to fine-tuning every little element. So that was the direction we wanted to take, really to maintain that tradition and also to be different from a lot of other games that I think are losing maybe some of the identity by focusing more on customization.
Keith, go ahead.
I just like about this. When you reach the higher level, how many specific characters you got total? Because right now I think you got like almost 50 or 10 or 15 guys you can shoot on each side.
Some of those guys will be unlocked as shit. I tried to when you first get the game. The total is 12 per side. Yeah.
12 per side.
Two on each side were hidden today.
one on each side.
Yeah, there's 11.
Talking about unlocks, is there stuff from single player that you unlock that carries over to multiplayer?
There are some characters that
It's just characters.
And then co-op as well.
Curious, did you guys do away with the proxy chat then?
It comes through the TV, so it's really hard to understand.
I heard a little bit of it.
I heard a little bit of it, standing close to the TV.
I don't know if you notice on screen, when you talk and teammates talk, it's blue, but proxy chat was the white chat that you saw there. When it comes through the TV, you can notice it.
In the trailer, I saw one of those guys with super head gunner as a multiplayer, and how does he get into it?
It's just
we're just tempting at the backup level. More on that later.
As a clan leader, when I create my clan, what kind of options will I have to customize my clan? Will I have like a motto? Will I have the clan names and the clan tag? Will there be other options maybe that I can use to separate my team from the other guys out there? Like, what kind of options do you have?
Yeah, and that's actually getting for everybody.
In game, there's some very simple stuff, but we're looking to modify that more for the website.
How many character skins will be available online?
Or would be at that ship, or when it first comes, when you first get it.
How many total?
If you unlock all the ones that are, that come with the game, it's 12 per side.
I want to be able to change my loadout when I'm dead.
That just wasn't in the build.
Yeah, it wasn't in the build, okay.
So the box that you got in Respawn that says change my action in Respawn,
Yeah.
you'll have the same functionality inside.
Okay.
It does exist already. I think there's a bug with it.
Yeah. Is there any chance of that standard classic cam getting in single player? I know it was brought up in a very early podcast way back. Is that still possible? Is that going to happen?
Right now, it's focused on the normal single player camera. So we decided to go with that and focus on that. And have it's the best camera for the most. So we thought that was the best camera for single player, that type of experience. And then multiplayer, we thought the more centered camera was better, just a little more accurate, and got better lined up in there.
Yeah, just follow up on the single player. Just watching the footage, it looked great. I mean, I'm so much more excited about single player seeing that mission today, honestly. One thing that just kind of seemed a little annoying was the words on the screen when they're talking. I mean, they're clearly talking. You can hear them. Is that something we can take out?
Subtitles off?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we have subtitles for your allies and the enemy, so you can turn them all off. We can only turn on the ones you want to hear.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, snap the cover circle. Can you make it show up further away from the cover? Because it's hard to snap sometimes.
Yeah. something we can
If I was
look into.
running into the cover.
Yeah,
Let's hit it and then cover.
As far as the gun progression, you said you can increase the SMG fire rate. What about because I don't like using the L1 to aim very much, and so trying to shoot somebody at medium distance is kind of hard. You had to really feather the trigger, and you had to put them center of your reticle. Now, if once I unlock a silencer, front grip, and also will it improve the gun in those respects? And
For hip fire, right?
yeah, for hip fire or for firing, period.
So the foregrip and things like that will help out with that.
Okay.
The extra one bit, so that'll help you with that.
I'd like to mention one thing though, because a number of people asked about the hip firing. A lot of games out there that have some sort of a shoulder camera really intend on that being the main way to get bad guys, and that is not the intention in Socom 4. We have not done anything specifically to make hip firing any less effective in the game. We're treating the shoulder camera more like another scope view. It just happens to be a scope view where you're just outside the optics. So I know that it's certainly that perception, probably because there's a lot of games out there where it does become the only way you can down guys, and maybe there's some specific weapon tuning that we can look at. But certainly the intention is that it's mainly just a way to get a little slower movement on the stick and just be able to see a little closer. But you should be able to hip fire very much in the same tradition as prior Socom.
Also, how many attachments can you put on the gun?
Each weapon goes through from Mach 0 to Mach 5, so if you get to 5, upgrade.
Yeah, so I can put silencer, front grip, scope, extended mag, all those all on one gun at one time.
The attachments are predetermined.
Right, with the certain guns, not all assault rifles have a supported front grip.
Yeah, and that may sound realism, so obviously you're not going to mount a big grenade launcher on the shotgun.
Right.
In the armory, I don't know if you noticed too, once you mod those up, the suppressors and the scopes you can take off.
Okay.
But it's not, you're not spending points, it's just an automatic unlock when you progress through, so you don't have to make a choice what to spend your points on.
On there, you can keep it on there or take it off. Like you have a low suppressor, high suppressor, you go back down to the lower.
We have certain people who really like the red dot. Look right down the barrel, and so that gives you the option to go back to the red dot.
Yeah, I noticed in the armory, once you get inside the armory, that you could choose, like your grenades, and you could choose your flashbangs and stuff like that. How many grenades are we going to be able to have again? Are we going to be able to load up double grenades? Are we going to be able to just keep flashbangs and grenades? Are we?
You can't take two of the same thing. You have other grenade types.
Okay, so you pretty much said I can have the HE and then pineapple type grenade, right?
Along that line.
And that's a progressive thing too?
Yeah, you unlock those. They don't mod up, but you do unlock those.
Okay, you're unlocking the ring.
Same with PMR and Claymore.
I said PMN line down in the steel, if that's going to be something that both sides are going to be able to do.
Yep.
And then they'll tell you if I'm on his team, he lays one down and I step on it, it kills me.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I think somebody would do.
Our Claymore's trigger.
Or the tripwire or trigger?
Claymore's a tripwire, but we do have explosive charges that you can place and then
We can have multiple loadouts, like S2, you can choose 4 loadouts and save them. So when you go back, you don't have to swap weapons every time you go to the armory, or just pick a loadout and go.
Yeah, it's something we're still looking at, but it is something.
Well, last question, in terms of time, you're quite like max.
So with the different game modes, are they all, can you do 8v8 and 16v16, or how's that? There's one game mode that clearly is 16v16, right? The big one there with the double objective.
Well, the game modes can be played either way. It's more about the map size and the field right on the map. So we do have some smaller maps that are 8v8 that can feature all the game modes. So it's more about a map size thing than the game mode.
I think today, though, you saw pretty much the spectrum of size in the maps. I think Rush Hour is the size of the game, and Citizen Division is the smallest map of the game. So everything else falls somewhere in between.
And I gotta say, those would be the ranked ones. You, of course, can go and create your own,